How much principal is needed to yield $660 in interest at 3.8% over 5 years? Okay, so the simple interest formula is I equals PRT. And we notice that in this problem, out of these four variables, which one are we looking for? Well, the question says how much principal is needed, right? So that means we want to find P. Okay? So that means we should know the interest, the rate, and the time, right? So what do we have in this case? The interest, right? We are yielding the $660, so that is how much is gained, right? So I is going to equal to $660. The rate is 3.8%. Now, just a reminder, when we use the percent in the calculation, we have to convert this into the decimal form. So let's move the decimal point 2 spots to the left. Okay, so we'll use that 0.038. The time in this case is 5 years. So if we plug everything in, we'll set the 660 equal to P times the rate, I'm going to put this in parentheses, times the time, which is 5. Okay, so we should be able to do the algebra here, right? We'll do the algebra and calculate P. First thing we should do, or the first thing that I'll do is I'll multiply the 0.038 times the 5 together. That gives us 0.19. Okay, and I'll write that in front, make that the coefficient of the P. And what is the last step here? The last step is to divide both sides by 0.19. Okay? And by doing so, right, that isolates P, which is what we want, right? We want to solve for P, which is the principal. And then we have to do this calculation here, right? 660 divided by 0.19. Now, when you do so, okay, notice what happens. Well, in your calculators, right? There's no way we can do this in our minds, but in our calculators, what do we get? We get 3473.6842, and this number keeps going on, right? But you got to remember one thing. This represents an amount of money, right? And an amount of money, we always give the answer in terms of dollars and cents. So which means we have to round this guy. And we know that we want to round it to this value. Okay, so we look at the next number, which is definitely below 5, right? So since it's 400, we keep this as an 8, which means then the final answer here should be $3,473.68.